All right, well, a big welcome. And if we haven't met before, my name is Sharon and I'm dialing in from my home in Sydney. I was just saying, it's just crazy how the world has changed. Like 2 minutes ago, I was putting my kids to bed and, their shower and everything. And here I am doing a meeting, right? Whereas before, I probably had to drive somewhere. So, anyway, it just made me so appreciative of the technology that we have. So, a bit of a background. I just wanted to share a couple of statistics with you guys. I will explain a little bit of my background. McKinsey is a consulting firm, actually did a study on millennials and Gen X, and it was actually interesting to see that 67%, which is 7 out of 10 millennials, are basically looking for independent employment. They are looking to have fulfillment, and they don't want to do what their parents were doing, being stuck at a desk, working in corporate. They basically want to be their own boss. Us Gen X is basically a lot lower. The percentage is about 35 to 36% of us Gen X are looking for independent employment or independent entrepreneurship. I'm a Gen X and I definitely did not fit into the 35%. Okay. I was one of those people. I used to be a business analyst working in the banking and finance industry. And I actually thought that I was going to get my success climbing the corporate ladder. And how I defined success was basically have the freedom to do what I like to do, have the lifestyle, have the flexibility, but I didn't realize that you cannot have that working for someone, no matter how much they pay you, right? And one thing that I definitely didn't have is what I call fulfillment, which is now what I realize is fulfillment. I just didn't feel inspired. I just felt like I was just someone that was just running on this treadmill that was going nowhere. Okay. So anyway, it was about that time that my partner, now my I was going to say boyfriend, but now he's my husband, introduced me to look at this opportunity called New Skin. And I said no to him. So if you said no to someone that introduced you tonight, I totally get it, because I said no to him. I rejected him. And, but luckily he said something that changed my life. He said, look, you know what? That's cool. He was completely open-minded. He was looking for a, a vehicle that he has complete leverage, meaning that his income wasn't dependent on him. So he was so much smarter than I am. But then the one thing that he said that I changed my life is that, you know what, Sharon, it's cool if you don't want to do it, I'm going to do it. And I think that was such a brave decision, because if he didn't do that, I wouldn't be sitting here today and our life would completely be different. Now we have 2 kids and we've been able to raise them the way we want, spend lots of time with them, build our business, our international business that started off as what I call a side hustle, now become an international business for us, and really build it around them. So I dropped them at school. I built my business. I run my business. At 3 o'clock, I picked them up today, spent some time with them after school, did all the dinner. They are, in bed, and now I'm building my business again. So it's kind of that how flexible it is. So anyway, tonight I'm going to share an opportunity with you that literally you can build from your phone. And I love the fact that you can do it. You can do it anywhere. It's a 4-minute video that you want to watch. And I would encourage you to jot down some notes. It is an overview. Jot down some notes. And then I have the pleasure of bringing our special guest on today. So sit back and enjoy this short video that I'm going to share. Okay. And then let me just make sure that the audio is good. Okay, let's go.
There's a very special opportunity that won't be secret much longer. This is due to the convergence of several major global trends, coupled with the launch of a proprietary device in one of the hottest industries in the world. The trends? First, technology. Information, shopping, connecting, everything is mobile. Next is wellness and beauty. It seems young and old, and everyone in between is thinking anti-aging. Now, add the gig economy. Millions of people are diversifying, looking for their side hustle. They want the money, of course, but along with it, flexibility. They also want to have fun and make a difference. Nu Skin is positioned right where these trends intersect. The result? Last year, Nu Skin grew 18% worldwide to more than $2.6 billion in sales. Publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, Nu Skin now does business in nearly 50 markets around the world. Now, add that hot new device. The world's most comprehensive market research on the skincare industry is published by Euromonitor International Limited, and it reported that Nu Skin has been ranked the world's #1 at-home beauty device system brand in 2018. Here's what company president Ryan Napierski said. Nu Skin has differentiated itself in the rapidly growing at-home beauty device market with device systems that combine powerful serums and solutions with beauty devices to become the leading brand. This combination of scientifically proven formulations with patented technology addresses a range of consumers' top skincare concerns, such as cleansing, firming, hydrating, and the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Nu Skin offers an innovative portfolio of beauty devices. The Spa is the latest addition and reached the milestone of more than 2 million units sold worldwide in just 18 months. Yet that represents just a fraction of the rapidly growing $54 billion global device market. Spa is winning awards worldwide while delivering visible results. In addition to beauty, there's also wellness, anti-aging from the inside, with an outstanding nutritional line of leading-edge products and measurement technology. And there's so much more in development, with Nu Skin scientists working in labs around the world. Nu Skin continues to innovate and evolve in other areas. For example, you can effectively do business online through social media. Many Nu Skin products are a perfect fit because of the visible results, the personal stories, and the potential for solid retail profits. And it's easy to get started because there's no sign-up fee or kit to purchase. Plus, you get free training and support and free personalized apps and websites. Technology isn't your thing? Then simply work offline. At the end of the day, we're a people and relationships business. Innovation also applies to the Nu Skin compensation program, aptly named Velocity. It's flexible, fast, and fulfilling, and you can get paid weekly and monthly. Most people start part-time and work from anywhere at any time. Nu Skin is a company that values effort and leadership, rewarding you and qualified team members with success trips to exciting destinations. Whether it's the products, the business, or both, you should learn more about Nu Skin. Beyond all the innovation, Nu Skin is making a huge difference in thousands of lives through its award-winning philanthropic programs. Be sure to get more information about the Force for Good Foundation and Nourish the Children programs. There's plenty of room for you to play a role as we grow this market. We need the right people to achieve our goals throughout the world. Every day, women and men and couples from a wide variety of backgrounds are joining Nu Skin. So get back to the person who invited you and learn more about how you can get started right away.
Okay, and I'm going to share a couple of slides with you just to summarize a few points there. Okay, so you saw that Nu Skin, we actually have over 200 products on our portfolio. And what you see in front of you is what we call social sharing products. These are products, if you play on the social media platform, there's a place for you with Nu Skin, and we definitely can teach you how to do that. These products are very shareable on the social media platforms. And we have devices, and I know that our special guest tonight, basically boosted her business with the devices. And you saw that we have the Spa there, and then the Galvanic Spa. This one is pretty amazing. I mean, in 18 months, 2 million units been sold. And then every 13.4 seconds, someone in the world has purchased one of these. This is now the #1 at-home cleansing treatment device in the world. It is not just a treatment, because I know that there are several devices on the market, but what makes this unique, it is an anti-aging device and treatment as well. So if you haven't got one of these, you definitely want to get your hands on that. And then this one, we've been working with this for several years now. I know Karen, my guest on tonight, she basically, I know that she got famous with this. This is something that I still use today. And what I think I love about this, especially more apparent today in our today climate with what's happening, is more and more people are looking for at-home self-care. And this is literally a spa-like result that you can do at home, and then it can rejuvenate your skin. So this is one of our favorite as well. So what can we offer you? Additional income. You know, I think a lot of people right now are looking for cash flow income. We were just chatting before, George, Karen, and I were just saying that, you know, we're noticing a lot of business have closed down. There's a lot of release sign. And when I think about that, I think about the families, I think about the kids, I think about the mortgages and the bills. And I just wish that I have their number that, you know, to offer this, because right now, as I say, cash flow is king. And, you know, if you could offer someone a business that they can start earning money literally today, I think a lot of people will be really open to it. Okay. You can set your own hours, set your own goals, opportunity to work remotely. I love the fact that I think yesterday my husband took a picture of me while I was on phone, and we were in the furniture shop, you know, browsing at some furniture pieces. And I was, I was like, if that's my business, right? I was on the phone. I can literally operate my business from anywhere. You know, possible earning your sales bonuses weekly, not just weekly, daily, weekly, and monthly. More than 40% of revenue goes back to commission sharing with partners like you and I. Okay, so what does Nu Skin do? The product research and development, the manufacturing, the distribution, the delivery, the logistics, the legal side of things. And what traditionally, if you have a business or run a business before, that's what we call a cost center. There's a lot of risk with that. And when you set that up, you actually don't make any money yet. But luckily for us, we don't have to do that. Nu Skin takes care of all that. And what we do is we connect the customers, we connect resellers, and we connect what we call people that want to develop the business developers like us, to Nu Skin and profit share with them. Okay, so these are what we call the performance plan, you know, and you can kind of scan through that, but what you want to do is go right to the bottom, what we call Blue Diamond Director. The average income is $65,500 per month, Australian dollars. This is average in our Pacific region for 2018. And as you saw in that video, Nu Skin is a publicly traded company, which means that all these figures are audited, okay? They are factual income. So I know that when I was doing this, when I was working in the bank, working for someone, when I look at that income, it will be nearly pretty impossible for me to reach that. And if I did reach that, I would have to sacrifice a lot of things, sacrifice probably my family, my health, you know, a lot of other things that go with it. But when I looked at Nu Skin, I realized that there's a lot of other people that have reached that position, and all you have to do is really have to desire and learn the system to do that. And I know that, you know, myself, George, Karen, our guests have reached that, and several other people, leaders have reached that position. So it's definitely achievable. Okay. So with that, I am going to stop sharing my screen. I'm very excited to bring on Karen, because she's going to talk about something. First, she's going to share her story, you know, what was life like. Karen, thank you for joining. I'm going to give a bit of an introduction for her because I love the blurb on Karen. This mom of two went from juggling stresses of both full-time work and home life to becoming a stay-at-home millionaire mom, simply by sharing the products she loves and teaching others to do the same. And I love that. Karen Millers, thank you so much for joining us. And I'd love for you to maybe kind of paint a picture of what life was like before joining Nu Skin.
Well, thank you, Sharon, and George for inviting me. I really appreciate it. And Sharon, I'm just looking at you and how amazing your skin is. And you just look so radiant. Yeah, beautiful. And I mean, it must be, I don't know how many years since we first met, but you're looking younger and younger and more beautiful every time. So look, lucky hubby. So before Nu Skin, so my life was pretty crazy. I had two gorgeous girls that were at school. I had a husband that was always at work, and I was working full time and juggling all the things that you do as a mother. And life was pretty crazy. I was nearly 40 years old. I remember waking up one day and thinking, oh my goodness, is this what my life is like? Because what I did, I'd get up early in the morning, I did some form of exercise, and then as soon as I came home, I started yelling at my kids to hurry up, get moving, so that I could take them to school, so I could go to work and run around for someone else all day, make them money. And then at the end of the day, I would go pick them up from some sort of vacation care or after school care, which they hated, and so did I. And then I would take them home and start yelling at them again to hurry up, get moving, get bathed, get homeworked, all those things done. So I could go to bed because I was tired. I was pretty cranky most of the time, and I was pretty unfulfilled. And I just thought, oh my goodness, you know, I'm nearly 40. I'm doing the same things as what I was doing. I'm in the same position as what I was when I left school virtually, except now I've got kids, a mortgage, and all these extra hassles. And I was quite frightened about my future. And so, yeah, I remember it very clearly, lying in bed thinking, far out, you know, our life has not changed. We just work all the time. We both had good jobs. We're both in corporate, but still, it wasn't enough. And it certainly wasn't the family life that I dreamed of, you know, being a mother, spending time with my kids, having choices, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, life wasn't very good, Sharon.
Yeah.
I never went hungry, but it certainly wasn't fulfilling.
Yeah. And then what happened was you went, because if I correctly remember, you actually started a business after that, right? So you're working in banking, I think. And then you bought a business. Is that correct, Karen?
Yes, we bought a licensed post office in a little country town. So both my husband and I were both farmers' kids, so we were pretty country kids. But we bought a licensed post office in a town called Toogoolawah. I challenge you to spell it. And only about 1,000 people in town. And we paid, in today's money, about $700,000 for a business that sold 38-cent stamps at the time. We worked really hard. You've got to sell a lot of stamps to make that money back. 5 days a week, 6 days a week, actually. 10 hours a day, both of us. And when we did that, I mean, our youngest child was 6 months old. It was hell.
Yeah, so, you know, and then that's a really interesting story, because that was very similar to us. You know, when you work for someone, you think that's not the life, then maybe I should go and buy a business or own a business, right? And then we realized we just bought ourselves a really expensive job.
Absolutely.
Working for someone, right? And so what was life like when you had your own business, aside from having to sell a lot of stamps?
It was busy. We lived on premise, so it was our life. We lived in a goldfish bowl, and it was actually really tough working like that. In 3.5 years that we owned our post office, we had 1 week's holiday, and because you couldn't close your business at any time, because licensed post offices are under the Federal Act, and so you can't just close it. So I remember during that time, my dad passed away, and Mum and Dad lived about 3.5 hours away from where we lived. And so we couldn't just close the post office. So my husband stayed behind while me and my daughters went home to my mum, because we couldn't do it together as a family. So that was just one of the things, you know, let alone anything else. And it was tough. It was hard work. It was really hard work. We lived in a town where it was, you know, it got up to 40 to 50 degrees in summer and freezing cold in winter. So there was a lot of things that were tough. It was hard work. And we never got our money back until we sold it. Like most businesses, you don't get your money back while you're working it. You get your money back when you sell it. And we were lucky enough to get our money back when we sold it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, some people don't even get their money back when they sell it, right? So, yeah. And then when you do own a business, a lot of people are just running it to pay for the expenses and running and not really paying themselves, right? Which is what we hear. And so what happened? How did you, actually, I've never even heard this story before. Maybe, how did you get introduced to Nu Skin? What happened?
So after we sold the post office,
getting hot now. Karen, the story's getting hot now. The story's getting hot now.
I'm curious now. No, so we moved to another town, and because we had been in banking, so we moved every 2 years for promotion. And then when we sold the post office, we moved again. Our daughter had gone to 6 different primary schools by the time we came to Nu Skin. And so we went back to working for other people again. My husband was the regional manager for Commerce Queensland, so he looked after small businesses, and I worked in council. And during that time, we were approached about Nu Skin, and Noel came home from work one day and said, we'd always been looking for a business. After we sold the post office, we were always looking for a business. And he came home and said, I think I found the perfect business. And I said, great, because I was sick of working for somebody else. And I said, what is it? And he said, well, it's in anti-aging wellness. And he says, you're interested in that sort of stuff? And I said, that's great. And then he said, it's a network marketing company. And I said, are you nuts? We're corporate bankers. I just thought he was crazy. And he said, look, just go have a look at it. And I said, oh, I don't want to do that. And he said, look, he says, do you even understand how network marketing works? And I said, it's where you sell stuff to your friends and then you have no friends. And so I didn't want to do that. And he said, look, he said, that's certainly not how it works. Why don't you just go have a look? And just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you should reject it. And he was very wise in that case. And so reluctantly, very reluctantly, I went to a face-to-face meeting, which is what we did before this. And and what happened was I heard the Nu Skin story, and I thought, oh, that's well and good, but I didn't have a lot of confidence. I was more focused on my kids than anything. And I just thought that's not for me, but I'm actually interested in the products. They were bringing out this thing called a biophotonic scanner that could measure your antioxidants. And that really interested me because my family history had been full of cancer. And I thought, wow, if I could measure my antioxidants, that could literally save my life and save the life of people that I loved. So I was interested in the technology. That did get me. And because there was no internet back then, the only way to learn about the product was to go back to another event and learn about the product. And what happened was that when I was going back to learn about the biophotonic scanner and then the products that supported that, I met these people that were ordinary, and I mean that respectfully, ordinary people, but were living extraordinary lives. And I started comparing their life to my life, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm living this supposedly corporate life and they're doing that network marketing thing, which I thought was for losers. And they were creating memories with their families, spending time with their children, and all I was doing was yelling at mine. And it opened my heart and my mind to maybe there is a different way. Maybe I don't know everything. And that's how it all started.
Wow. And I know that you work with this baby a lot, right? Yeah, tell us, yeah, I know this is, tell us how that basically boosted your business, like how that changed your business in terms of how you grew your business. Yeah.
Okay, so with the scanner, I really just shared that, you know, with my family because the people that I loved. And then a couple of years later, the company was releasing this, and because I was a very good customer, I got invited to the launch, and so I went along. Didn't think it would work, but was curious because I knew the scanner and everything worked. And so I went along to the launch in Brisbane, and they were doing half of people's faces, and right in front of my eyes, this lady's face changed. the lines around her eyes softened, her eyebrow lifted, her cheeks sat up higher. And I said, I'll have one of those. And I went home and I used it on half my face. I couldn't see a damn thing, but I could feel the difference. And because I had seen someone else have an instant result, I rang up all my girlfriends and said, hey, I found this thing. It irons out wrinkles out of your face. I knew if I didn't share it with you, you'd kill me. And they all wanted to see it. And so I started sharing, and I didn't think anything of it, because just like everything else, I share things that I love. I don't consider myself a salesperson. In fact, I don't like selling, but I love shopping and I love sharing. I share good books, I share good movies, I share, you know, great hairdressers and massage therapists and all those sorts of things. And so it was easy then to share. And my friends, I said, you want to share this with your friends? And it just went from there. And I had learned more about not just the product, but the company. And it became something that I just loved doing. And very slowly, it allowed me to going from a full-time job to, I could go part-time, a job share. And then, you know, I just worked casually. And then one day I could go into work and say, thank you, don't need to be here anymore. And I could do what I really wanted to do, which was to be home with my kids.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. What's life like after you joined Nu Skin? When you know, with, I know your two girls, Lauren and Madison, is that correct? Did I go get Yes.
So we started creating memories. We started doing things that we never could choose to do before. You know, Lauren got to go. They got to go to private schools. They got to do things that I never did. I'm one of 8. We didn't even have shoes until I went to high school. So they got things that we never had, and as well as trips. And the company sent us on trips all around the world. We've been on 16 or 17 fully funded overseas trips. We never went anywhere. We had, you know, when we were in the post office, we had 1 week's holiday in 3.5 years. And then when we worked for other people, we used to have 1 week's holiday at the beach, and then we'd get the farm. And the farm was not, I mean, I loved growing up there and I liked going back to visit, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do for holidays. So yeah, life changed a lot. And yeah, the girls got things that we never would have been able to give them. My youngest daughter's been on more trips than my oldest daughter, because Lauren was at uni and stuff when in time. And even for Lauren's 21st birthday, she had always wanted to go to Paris, and we gave her Paris for her 21st birthday. Just never could have done that without this. Yes. Yeah. And simply by sharing something that I love. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what, I'm going to bring out, you know, the beauty of Nu Skin. You know, I know with our partnership with Nu Skin, we know that one of the key factors of why Nu Skin is always so exciting is the innovation factor, you know, and that's the thing that keeps us always being ahead, being a game changer, right? Because if you don't, then, you know, you're not going to be operating a business. I'm going to share the next screen because I know that you have the great pleasure of actually testing the machine, and I love to ask you a lot about it. So for those people that are brand new, Nu Skin is actually going to be launching this device here called the Boost. It is right next to the phone. That size is literally so small that you can put in your pocket, right, Karen? And I know that you used it. So I'm going to unshare the screen, and that is actually coming out beginning of next year. Karen, tell me your experience with it, with the Boost. Oh, you got it? Where do you live? I'm coming over there from your house. Where do you live? I'm breaking in tonight.
Always to visit me, Sharon. It's open invitation. Wow. It is very little compared to the Lumi. It is, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, tell me.
I'm so excited about this device, and the reason why it's called Boost, and it's called Boost for a reason, because it boosts your skin. It simply does what it says it's going to do, and it can fit in your pocket easily, or in a little purse, and you use it every morning after you so most of us would really start.
Can you do one now? Can you do one now?
I can show you, I can do it on my hand because I've got makeup on, so you can't put on makeup.
Do
So,
it hand.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's, I could actually do a little video though.
Yeah. You do the serum, right? So tell us the benefits of it for those people that, besides boosting, what does it do?
Well, I can't tell you the ingredients because I can't remember them all. But literally what it does, you turn it on by swiping up, and it makes a little noise. Can you hear that?
No, not yet. What kind of noise does it make?
It's a very, very small vibrational noise. You don't really hear very much. And when you put it on, you put the serum on, 3 squirts, you put that on one side of your face, and then you're literally rolling it over, and you do feel a little bit of a vibration, not much. Oh, I hear myself talk. And so you're just literally rolling it over your skin, and it just picks it up. It literally just picks it up, but it gives it more bounce. I don't know if that's probably the best description, because I think if I drop my face, would it bounce? Probably not. But your skin is more bouncier. It also helps lighten and brighten. The long-term effects for it will actually help lighten and brighten the skin. And so for us, well, anywhere that gets sun-damaged skin, it really does give that brightness. So which is really lovely. But it just rejuvenates your skin. It doesn't do what the Galvanic Spa does. It's really like a missing piece. So if you think of when you go to get your car washed, and they just do a normal car wash, that's what we do when we cleanse our face. And when they do one of those laser washes, it's one of these. So it really gets those pores clean. And then this is like your buff and polish. So it's really buffing the skin, not exfoliating, but it just gives that beautiful glow that your skin can have when it's really healthy and energized, because it's got a cross between a galvanic current and another technology, which again, I'm not really good with remembering things, what it's called. But that technology is infusing the serum into the skin, but also energizing the skin again. Remember, we're all made up of all these little electrons and stuff, and they just love energy. And so it really energizes the skin. And then if you want to have your car detailed, then you use the Galvanic Spa as well. So that does the detail. So when you're using
so it's in the missing. And the thing about it, it complements all that, right? So
and daily use.
Daily. Oh wow. How many minutes?
So 1 minute on each side. So 2 minutes. And you it's so quick but instant results.
Wow. That word instant is powerful. Instant result.
And so twice, right? Be able to share, because I mean it won't work if you put makeup on. It needs to be on a clean surface. And I'll send you through a video, Sharon, that you can share with others, and it shows me using it, and that you can see the result. Yeah.
Have you been doing on half your face?
Yes. Can you see?
I see. Yeah, I was going to say that. I can see literally on that side that you've been. Sorry, if I put you back on the screen because I'm talking. Karen, talk. Can say something, because
yes, I have been on one side of my face. So
so you've been doing it on that side.
My face, even though they say that it doesn't give long-term boosting effects, well, they're not claiming yet anyway until until they do some clinicals. I'm actually noticing that this side of my face is actually sitting up a little bit higher.
I can see it, because while you were talking, I kind of was guessing that you've been doing on half your face. Awesome. And George is unmuted.
No, I was going to say I can see that too. I was noticing that.
Yes. So
you already have a great face because of our products, but wow, it
boosts. It just literally boosts. I mean, people ask you what it does. It boosts your skin. I mean, it's so simple. The thing is, I don't think we should complicate it by complicate it. by all the stuff behind it, it boosts your skin. Try it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the thing. You're going to be able to just try it so easily, share it so easily. 1 minute.
Yeah. And you know what? That's coming out next year. So, and I know that people on here is checking out the business, right? That's why they tune in tonight, and you're a business leader. So what's your advice for people that are tuning in and looking at this boost device that will be coming in next year? What would your advice be?
My advice is jump on board now. The thing is, this market, this at-home beauty device market is a massive market, almost a $40 billion market around the world. And Nu Skin is recognized as the world's leader in at-home beauty devices. We are number one, and we are not letting that go. The company is very, very smart. They're very, so advanced, and they're always ahead of the times. I mean, not only have we got the face bar and the Lumi Spa and the body spa and the Age Lock Me, which are extraordinary technologies individually, but they are going to keep us in front of the market. And when you've got a pie that's that big, 40 billion, and set to triple by 2024, we've got a huge opportunity. And the world is our oyster. Like, I mean, as we said, we could never do this before. Now we don't have to just work in our own backyard. I built my Galvanic Spa business in my own backyard, and it didn't grow all around the world as fast as what it has since we've been able to share like this. So we have an opportunity to have part of that $120 billion market that is going to be by 2024. How many opportunities do you get like that in your lifetime? We paid $700,000 for a business that sold 60-cent stamps, and our radius was 21-kilometer radius. We're in a destination store. We couldn't, the only way we could expand was to buy another post office. Oh my goodness, we can expand with this. And Australia is the melting pot for every nationality.
Yeah.
Our businesses can ping pong all over the world just by sharing something that you love.
Yeah. And to add to that is these products are consumable too, right, Karen? It's not just a once-off thing. When they use it while you're sleeping, it continues, right? So yeah. Wow, Karen, thank you. I am coming over to your home tonight. So if you notice someone cracking into your house, it's me. But I love that video. Yeah, thank you so much. And for everyone, just hang on for just one more minute just to close up. But thank you so much. I came to the conclusion a few things. You and I have smarter husband than us, so because they saw it first. And also for the women, yeah, that's right, our husband's very smart. And for the women that are watching this is also a really good lesson for you, that this business you know, is definitely for men as well, right, Karen? And as you said, you know, jump on board now, because the at-home beauty market is huge. And the products, the one word that you said was amazing, is instant result. That's what people are looking for, and we are able to show that. Yeah.